Tom here for Beyond Walt Disney Planet. I am at Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo today. Gonna be checking out all the different animals they have. This is rated one of the top zoos in the country for families. They have lots of different species of animals, including manatees. They also have a manatee rehabilitation center. Manatees usually get hit by boats because they are usually on the surface. As boats go too quickly, they can get injured by the propellers of the boats. So we'll be seeing that a little bit later. Lots of different species of animals to enjoy, so let's check them out. All right, right as you come in on the left of the main entrance, they have the Garden Grill. This is one of the several sit-down restaurants that they have. They sell popcorn buckets, refillable, or you can get popcorn bags. Different beverages, some salads, typical menu, different food items they can get. They also have refillable drink bottles, which I got. Great way to save money. They also have Coke Freestyle machines, so you can mix your favorite Coca-Cola beverage. This is one of the splash pads that they have at the front of the park. Being January, obviously it's not on because it's pretty chilly on some of the days, but a great place to come during the summer with little ones, let them splash in the water. It was separated in different areas with the different animals and natural looking habitats. You have animals indigenous to the state of Florida. And Wallaroo Station is the location of petting zoo. There's another larger splash area, and they also have some family-friendly and kid-sized rides. All right, I'm going to start off going to the left along Zoo Boulevard. We got a Barbarossa. And I was looking for this guy. He's kind of the same color as the background, but that is him right there, or her. Getting something to eat, looks like. So, big tusks. Got a leopard. Leopard's on top of this little shelf or places for it to climb. Just chilling. Alright, a Burmese mountain tortoise. Alright, now our tortoise is right here over the fence. I'm going to try and put the camera over so we can get a better look. There is our tortoise. Got his head sticking out. Hi! There you go. Moving around a little bit. What's up, buddy? A great Indian rhinoceros, or rhino for short. This can even feed the rhinos. This is by reservation only. They got a observation deck.
Giant rhino! It's the Indian rhino. Oh, I never saw a rhino.
Going over to get something to eat, looks like. We got Indian Garl. It's got alligator bodies, but little bitty skinny snouts. Looks like someone took a shrink ray and shrunk down their mouth. Got a red wolf. I found our wolfie. Hi, doggy. You're not a doggy, you're a wolf. Aww. So cute. Going underneath this little hidey hole. And this is really neat. This gives you a perspective of the wingspan of some of the birds. You see all the way up the Andean condor. It has various stadium areas that host different shows throughout the day. This one does Spirits of the Sky, Bird of Prey show. We got Stingray Bay. Get a chance to touch a stingray.
Just like this, you put your finger down and just have their tail.
One of them.
Yeah, the tail was stinging you.
Signs up here to let people know to touch gently. Use only 2 fingers. You don't want to press down on them because that can hurt them. We have hand wash stations. It's recommended to wash your hands after touching any of the animals in the zoo. Got the bald eagle. This is the national symbol of the United States. See our fine feathered friend right here. When I first saw it, it was staying like perfectly still. I thought it was a statue until I noticed its head moving. We have a gopher tortoise. Got 2 of them. This area of the zoo has different aquatic animals and different tanks. This long little thing in the bottom is called a greater siren. Also various reptiles, including Florida king snake. You can see right below the log, you can see part of the snake's body. Dusky pygmy rattlesnake. And then Florida cottonmouth. And various rat snakes in here. Got a red rat snake, eastern rat snake, and a gray rat snake. On the bottom, one up in the tree. Couple on the left down below. This big old snakey here is a canterbury rattlesnake. Very well-known species, eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Definitely venomous. An alligator snapping turtle. Big old giant head. Got an Atlantic spadefish. This thing that looks like a bowl is actually a tessellate eel. If you look closer, you can see the rest of his body is curled around. These fish may look cool, but they're actually invasive species in the Tampa Bay area waters. Alright, this is the manatee area. They are going through a refurbishment process. They're replacing the filtration systems that help keep the manatees healthy and alive. That's most important. So all the manatees that are housed here were relocated to another facility until this is completed. An American alligator. Lots and lots of these guys in the state of Florida. You find these guys in lakes and streams, rivers. Almost any body of water in the state of Florida can house one of these reptiles. That's a view of another alligator. These lovely pink birds are a Caribbean flamingo. They get their lustrous pink tone from the food that they eat. They should have black feathers underneath their wings. Got a sandhill crane. Here is our sandhill crane. He's up against the blackberry a minute ago. I couldn't see him. Zoo is going through some renovations and expansions. You see the boardwalk. There's all new wood. So this path is closed, so we have to turn around and go back. They do have a new splash ride coming. I don't know if this is going to be the location of it. But they have various renovations and upgrades going on. Got Lowland and Noah. Alright, got Asian Gardens. This area is called. Over here, munching on some hay. Kind of look like sheep from this vantage point. Malayan tigers. These are critically endangered animals. They're hunted for their pelts illegally. Very, very beautiful animals.
Wow.
So they are hunted by poachers for their pelts. Sold on the black market. And we got two different animals in this enclosure, Vizian warty pig and a Malayan tapir. Our Malayan tapir is taking a nap. And I see our warty pig.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's a lot smaller than the tapir that's in there. Got a nice Komodo dragon. Compared to other Komodo dragons I've seen in other zoos, this is a rather smaller one. Go check out one of the aviaries. This is lorikeet landing.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got our lorikeets.
They are pretty.
We do have some other birds in here besides the lorikeets. One right here. Different times throughout the day you can purchase feed for these birds. They'll come and eat right out of your hand. Very, very colorful birds. Some more chilling on the branches. So these big birds here are called guinea fowl. Right near the front of the park again, they have a large aviary. They have multiple doors and a chains that keeps the birds from getting out of the aviary. Multiple species of birds in here. Got this really nice looking white and black bird here. Yellowhead. Some cute little pink birds. This is a great Indian hornbill. Oh, I love the hairdo. Alright, I found a sign that showed the first two birds that I showed you. The pied imperial pigeon and the scarlet ibis. But the other birds they have in here are listed. Second part. Got a kookaburra up here with a mousey. This one at the bottom is called a purple swampin. This is the place to be to get something to eat for the birds, apparently. This little birdie here was rocking right next to me a minute ago. Got a red-legged Sarima. Standing on one leg. Flamingos do this, storks do this. Apparently this guy does too. This one here is called a little blue heron. It's called a Ragiana bird of paradise. And they are separated by another screen. The bird at the bottom is called a Edwards pheasant. Alright, gonna be checking out Primate World. Got an orangutan. Guys got a lot of climbing that they can do. He's got a blanket on. He got a baby on there too. The one with the white towel is actually looks like the male. He's a little bit bigger. So one of these other ones in here is obviously the mother of the baby. Baby climbing up. Alright, we got a Bolivian gray TT monkey. We got a couple of them in here. Nice long little tails. We're coming into our tamarins. We got a golden lion tamarin. The only one that I saw in here is this little guy up here. And the little alcove. An interesting thing is they have chickens in the enclosures with these little monkeys, and these are here to help control insects that could do harm to these little guys. So it's helpful coexistence. We got some Angolan Columbus monkeys. Like their coloring. Funny, the fur on their back makes them look kind of like a skunk from the side. Alright, now if you are familiar with Lion King, this guy will look familiar to you. This is a mandrill. Now, there are several in this enclosure. Fortunately, one guy has got his back to us, but you see the other one walking along the fence. Yeah, he's got his back to us now too. Alright. We got a Simeon gibbon. He's right over here stretching. Stretching. Just hanging out. There we go. Really, really long arms. Maybe our chimpanzees. The one nibbling on something on the little bridge, the other one up top sleeping. They also have a carousel, jungle carousel. Most carousels have just horses, but this is a zoo, so they have other animals. Right by the carousel, they have the sweet shop. Get some ice cream, some beverages. Cruise is much more popular in the summertime when it's really hot. You see the construction going on for Roaring Springs. This is going to be their largest ride at the park. It's a family-style water ride. This area is called Wallaroo Station Children's Zoo. Contains a larger splash area, several small child-sized rides, as well as petting zoos. You see a large splash area. Of course, water play area, much more popular during the hot weather. It's January, so temperatures are in the mid-50s to lower 60s today. So not going to really see anybody playing in the water. Got a wallaby walkabout. There's our wallaby having some lunch. So cute. This one relaxing up on top of the rocks in the sun. Got some koala bears. Eating its leaves. I apologize for the reflection on the window. Can't do anything about it. A better view of one over here. Munching on the leaves. Our Wallaroo Station also has Boomer's Cafe. This is one of the other large eateries in the park. A place to sit and enjoy your food. Now, this zoo does not allow outside food or drinks. They do make an exception for items that are required for food allergies or formula, baby food. But other than that, outside food or drinks are not permitted. They do have large picnic areas outside of the zoo. Various child-sized rides, Boomers flying bananas. And just as the name suggests, it's shaped like a banana. Control goes up or down. I call little Joey's caravan. Goes around in a loop. Like a figure 8, I guess. The bird of Australia, an emu. Next largest bird up from an emu would be an ostrich. And we got Malayan flying foxes. You see them all at the top. Pretty cool looking. So they offer pony rides for the kids, different times throughout the day. But right now they're on break eating some hay. Didn't really intend to make that rhyme, but it did, so, you know. We're going to go check out the horse shed. The horses we just saw were called Hoflinger horses. Two of them over here. Got the one here in the corner, having a bite to eat. We have a Tasmanian tiger family coaster. Now the zoo uses the winter season to do refurbishments, upgrades to the zoo. Obviously the summer season is the busiest, so they want to have everything all ready to go for that. Give you a nice view of the track. See the gentleman there doing a paint job. Alright, petting zoo has some llamas. This one's laying down. And some goats. Another nice llama. Some goaties over here. Having something to eat. Another nice llama. Goats like to climb. So you have plenty of things for them to climb on. Got a goat up in the climbing equipment. Goat here.
Huh? What I'm doing is making a movie.
Relaxing on the rocks. People can get brushes to brush the goats. Nice front view of the horses. Alright, Safari Africa. And check out Penguin Beach. These are African penguins. I know when you think of a penguin, you think Antarctic, really icy, but these are penguins nonetheless. They're chilling. They do like to swim in the water.
Come on! We got things to do. Start messing with us.
Start here with the different penguins and their heights. The little blue penguin all the way up to the emperor penguin. Alright, first up's the hornbill aviary. He's up here at the top. I'm sorry about the wire mesh, but that's the bird. Safari Lodge is a large seating area indoors. It also has a Savanna Marketplace eatery, which is closed for the season. See large seating areas. This is a Galapagos tortoise. This is a huge tortoise. Just relaxing in the sun. Now this is a Galapagos tortoise also, but this is a kid or juvenile. Got a lot of growing to do. A Dauber tortoise. Good big tortoises also. Another one down by the wall. I can't get a better view because the gate is locked. Multiple animals in this enclosure. Salola and Nyala. After looking around, I finally found one all the way in the back. You can tell by the stripes. We even have a duker. This guy over here. It's also pretty far back in the enclosure, so I'm zoomed in. Got a reticulated giraffe. How long their neck is. We have Hartman's mountain zebra. Right next to our giraffe. Got a couple zebra. Got a younger juvenile zebra as well. Got some silvery-cheeked hornbill. Got a couple of them. What's up, birds? There's some big crest on their beaks. Well, they have giraffe feeding for $5 per feeding experience. A nice close-up view.
With like 8 heads, and we'll have to refill at least once or twice throughout the day.
Now these guys have really long, sticky type tongues. So when you hold the piece of lettuce out, he'll take it with his tongue.
They can live.
Got African elephants. All the elephants are pretty far back. Got one in this enclosure. And if you look back by the wall, got multiple other elephants. See, when the elephant that was in the back came a little closer to say hello. Let's have Rhino Reserve. See, southern white rhinoceros. This is a white rhino. These majestic animals are often illegally hunted for their horns. People think they have medicinal purposes, healing purposes, or other sort of purposes. I won't go any further than that, but the horns do not contain anything specific or anything special. They're actually made of the same thing that our fingernails are made out of. Having some lunch. Lowry Park Zoo is home to 2 species of zebra. This is a Grevy zebra. These are much larger than the other zebras that we saw. Also have Kenya Impala. They're all over here. All congregated over in this log. Now they put down some food for them. Got a Red River hog. Here he is taking a nap. Just chillaxing. Got an okapi. This thing's got a unusual pattern on its coat. Hindquarters resemble a zebra's. Very nice looking animal. And we can't forget about the cute little meerkats. How you doing? Aw, you're so cute. Oh, look at your little meerkat. Just gonna pick him up and pet him. Can't do that though. Another meerkat in the back. Just chilling. See all the little burrows that they've got in here. All the holes go under the dirt. Alright, Expedition Africa. This is off-road tour. Get a close-up view of some of the animals that we're getting to see very close.
Dave, and I will be your guides. We just have a couple of rules before we head out. There is no food, open drinks, or smoking on board. It's a courtesy for those around you and the health and safety of the animals. Please remain seated at all times during the entire ride, and if you drop anything off the trail, please don't try to retrieve it. Let us know when you get back to the station. We'll send someone out to retrieve that item for you. And guys, as you head out, look to your left. Wave goodbye to Danny as we head down the road. Now, Lowry Park Zoo is accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. We have reached the highest standards in education, conservation, recreation, and science. The monkeys on your right-hand side are Pontus monkeys. Pontus monkeys are the fastest primates in the world. Those little monkeys, they can run about 35 miles an hour, giving them the nickname the Greyhound of the Savanna. The Pontus monkeys, they're on the right. Also to the right, the black animals with yellow stripes are yellowback diker. Yellowback diker get their name from the yellow stripe on their back. Diker means to dive. Those animals will dive into bushes to evade predators. Yellowback diker. But folks, we're now entering the first of two open habitats. The animals are able to roam around free. Please keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. These tan deer-like animals are greater kudu. Greater kudu are beautiful animals. When they get threatened by a predator, they'll stand perfectly still in tall grass. They'll wait for that predator to go right on by. Greater kudu can hold that statue-like pose for up to 2 hours. Don't you wish your kids could do that? The black and white birds to your left with the red heads are marabou stork, also known as undertaker birds. Due to their scary appearance and the black feathers on their back and wings.
Cool looking.
Look like the cloak of an undertaker. Now the marabou stork are a scavenger bird. They clean up the carcasses that are left over by predators. Those carcasses, after laying around a while, can develop bacteria. So the marabou stork, just like all scavenger birds, is a ball bird. They have no feathers on their head, so there's nowhere for the bacteria to cling. Those were marabou storks. Let's see where everybody's hiding out here. They kind of move around a little bit in this habitat, so I'm never really sure where they're going to be. Off in the distance on your left, the black and white birds with a very bizarre hairdo are African crown crane. Now the crown crane get their name from the crown of feathers on their head. They also have another name, living fossils. Crown crane bones have been found in fossil records dating back 50 million years. The African crown crane all the way to your left. You look up in the aviary all the way to the back, all the way to your right, that's a martial eagle up there. Now the martial eagle are the largest eagles in Africa. They weigh about 14 pounds, have a 6.5-foot wingspan, and their talons are strong enough to crush a human arm. Now folks, we have reached the final gate of the open habitat. So we're going to head down the road looking for other animals. But I need to get this gate completely closed behind us before we head down the road, looking for bigger and stranger animals. Safari to 84 platform. Gate 3 is closed.
That's what we're going to wait for. These scary ones.
Alright guys, I promised you bigger and stranger. I'm going to give you stranger first because, well, they're right here. They're called the okapi. The okapi were discovered around 1901. They look like a horse, a giraffe, and a zebra, all mixed together. They're only related to the giraffe. Now, the okapi were discovered in 1901. Scientists didn't believe they existed until they actually brought in a live animal. Those are the okapi. Now, coming up on the left are some new animals here at the zoo. They're called painted dogs. They're not really viewable from the pathway yet, but we get to see them first. They're over by the fence. Painted dogs are not actually dogs, but they are excellent pack hunters. Now, with lions, when they hunt, their kill ratio is around 30%. With painted dogs, their kill ratio is 80%. They'll just run down the animal until it totally wears out. The painted dogs. Now, over here on the left are the white rhinos. Looks like a mother and baby inside the boma. The rest of their family's going to be down the road a little bit. Now, the white rhinos, they are the third largest land animal on the planet. Only the African and Asian elephants are bigger. The male white rhino here at the zoo weighs around 5,000 pounds. But they can grow up to 6,000 pounds. The habitat on your left is where the rest of them are. The white rhino get their name from an African word. It translates into wide, referring to their very wide mouth. The rhino's horn, well, it's not a real horn. It's not connected to the skull. The rhino's horn is connected to their face. It's actually made of keratin, the same material that makes up human fingernails and hair. So if you think about it, a rhino's horn is just one big nose hair. That horn grows at a rate of about 2 inches every year. Now guys, look over to your left for the grubby zebra, largest and most endangered zebra in the world. Take a very close look at those stripes. They're not black and white, they're brown and white. All zebras are brown and white in color. Now if you want an animal that has black and white stripes, is very loud, very obnoxious, just go to a Buccaneer game, they call them referees. Now the zebra stripes are as unique as fingerprints. No two zebras have the same stripe pattern as another, and when they travel, they move at the speed of their slowest member, so no one gets left behind. Grubby zebras. Now let's talk about the largest land animal on the planet, the African elephant. Females and the babies are off to your right. If he's out, the male would be over to your left. Now the male elephant out in nature actually goes off by himself. He only hooks up with the females for breeding. The female's in charge of the herd. She makes the decisions. She makes the rules. She does all the work. Sound familiar? There's about 130,000 muscles in that trunk that they're pushing, pulling, lifting. When they eat, they pick up the straw with their trunk and put it in their mouth. When they drink, they pick up the water with their trunk and they put it in their mouth. Elephants do not drink through their trunk, guys. That's their nose. That's how they breathe. They can grow up to about 13 feet in height and into the shoulders and weigh around 5 to 7 tons. Now, an animal that size needs a big house, which they have. It's on your left. This is the elephant's house. It's built to withstand hurricane-force winds. This building is big enough to house all the elephants and all the giraffe at the same time. It's a very large, very secure building. It's all for the animals. Now we are about to make a left turn here, and after we do, there will be a series of yellow buildings on the right. The Jack Arlene Animal Care Campus. First yellow building, the Teedman Cotton Animal Care Annex, where primates are held for their mandatory 30-day observation period. The second yellow building, the clinic, that has a table that can hold around 3,000 pounds. Then there's a commissary where food for the animals is prepared every single day. Over here on the left, we have a couple of our deer. They're both named John. Those are our John deer. The witness structure on your left is for the giraffe. We have 3 kinds of giraffe at the zoo. Maasai, Rothschild, and reticulating. Now these giraffe, they can grow up to between 18 to 22 feet in height. They do most everything standing up, including giving birth. The very first experience in life of a baby giraffe is a 6-foot drop to the ground. They're one of the few animals that can see in color, and although they have a very long neck, they have the same number of vertebrae in their neck as humans, and that's 7. You want to see the giraffe, the elephants, the pygmy hippos, and lots of other animals that you cannot see from the tram. Be sure to do the walk right after the ride. When you go through the exit, go straight ahead towards the safari lodge. Take a left turn around that building. That's right there. The brown animals to your left with the vertical stripes are female and baby Nyala. In the same area, there's a very large gray animal with long horns. That's the male Nyala. They don't look alike, but they're the same species. The male Nyala, when born, will look like the females, and they get the grayer color, and the horns grow in as they get older. This little animal by the fence on your left is a bay diker. Now the bay diker are related to yellowback dikers, they're just a whole lot smaller, and he is a full-grown adult bay diker. He's not getting any bigger, guys. The blackbirds in the distance with the bright orange faces are southern ground hornbill. Now those little birds can fly, they choose not to. They want to stay on the ground near their food. They like bugs, snakes, rodents, lizards, all that kind of stuff. Over the wooden fence on your left will be the Aldabra tortoise. Aldabra tortoise are the second largest tortoise in the world. The Aldabra tortoise can live somewhere around 175 years and weigh in around 400 pounds. The Aldabra tortoise. And past the wooden building on your left, Galapagos tortoise. Galapagos tortoise are the largest tortoise in the world, living around 200 years and weighing around 500 pounds. Galapagos tortoise. Now folks, are coming into the tram station, please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop. Please wait for us to remove those changes.
Now, there are numerous places around the zoo to get souvenirs, from shirts and hats, and of course, stuffed animals, get sunglasses. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little visit to Tampa Bay's Lowry Park Zoo. This is a great family zoo. There are a lot of changes coming up, as you saw through my video. I will most likely come back during the summertime. They have a great deal here. You pay for one day, you get to come back the rest of the year absolutely free. There are some blackout dates, but they're very minimal. They have different events going on throughout the year. Zubu during Halloween. They also have at Christmas time and many other events throughout the year. So until next time, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I appreciate everyone that leaves comments and a thumbs up for the video if you enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Bye.